Hi guys, it's Cindy the Scrapologist. Thanks for coming back to my channel. Just a really quick video to show you the progress I'm making on the Vintage French Textiles kit. I'm still having so much fun working with this. It's like I said in the previous video, when you find something that inspires you, then you will have no shortage of ideas. So I wanted to tell you a couple of things about the kit because I've been getting a number of questions, and I modified the kit a little bit based on your questions, and also wanted to show you what I've made for it. So the first question that I have received multiple times is, how did I get the back side of the pages to be this beautiful color? So when I printed it, you see every other page looks like this. And so the answer to that is, what I had done is I had taken a page from the book and modified it in Photoshop to make it fit. And so this is what it was, and I loved the look of these two pages because there's a number up here and some scribble and a little bit of teeny tiny writing down there and a water stain, and you can see where the crease of the book is, and then on this side you've got some holes where there were some probably metal things were attached at some point. And so what I did when I printed the kit, let's see if I can give you an example. So I printed it double-sided. So here's a page from the kit. Well, this isn't a good example because I did something on the back of it. Well, I'll do it like this. Okay, so I printed it like this. So here is the actual page from the kit. And then what you do so that your opposite side doesn't print upside down is tell your printer in your double-sided printing settings to flip it on the short edge, not the long edge. If it flips it on the long edge, it's going to flip it upside down like this. So if it flips it on the short edge, then it flips your page like this, and it will print this on the other side. So for those of you who also already purchased the kit, first of all, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And the thing that just makes me so happy is that this is a rare book. There's only one. And so we are helping to preserve history, I think. Every time you guys buy one of these, you're helping to preserve a beautiful piece of art. And so thank you for that. It just really makes my heart sing to know that we're preserving a piece of beautiful artwork of our history. So anyway, for those of you who already purchased it, I have emailed you a JPEG of this opposite side so that you can print this multiple times. You can print it on the back side of every one of the other pages. And for those of you who may purchase the kit in the future, I have just added this as a JPEG in the kit. So this is an add-on because so many people are asking about this. And I appreciate that because I don't know why it didn't occur to me to just put this in the kit in the first place. Sometimes I get into my own head and I kind of try to say, well, this is what I would do, but are other people going to want that? I don't know. So when you tell me what you want and what you need, I'm happy to accommodate whenever I can. So this back page is now included in the kit, and I actually just printed a bunch of these just front and back, so because I needed some extra pages for my kit, and I am just in love, which a lot of the comment that you guys made was the patina of these pages. I did not really alter the color at all. On these pages, I altered the hue a little bit because the fabric has faded over time, and I wanted to try to bring it back up to where I'm guessing it might have been back in the 1800s. But the pages themselves, I tried to leave this gorgeous aged patina on there. So that's how I did it, guys. And now it's available to you if you want to get this beautiful color. And I found actually the reason why I did these is because I found that my tea stained paper didn't really match the hue of this. It was a little more of a different shade of brown, and so I decided not to intersperse. Well, here's like an example of what my tea stained paper looks like. And some of you may say that's fine. Um, you don't see anything wrong with that, and there really isn't. But I just didn't want to detract from this. And so for my journal, I just decided to print 10 more of these, and these are going to be more pages in the journal. So that's available to you now as part of the kit. And I just wanted to show you some of the other things I made today to go with the kit. On your collage sheet, well, not this one, this is the one I printed on fabric. On this collage sheet, which I've now cut apart, there is this piece of fabric that's up here or down here somewhere. It fits, it accommodates a photograph perfectly. So this is the photograph that I printed off yesterday of the two young ladies in the textile factory, and I cut this out and put this on it and sewed around it and made a tag. Tomorrow, because I'm just about ready to close the studio for the day, but tomorrow on the back I'm going to put probably some of this to make a journal card. I'll cut it out and I'll glue or tape it on here. So I made that today. I just sewed a little ruffle on the bottom. I couldn't believe how well this fabric that I had, I thought, matched this so well. It doesn't come across as much on camera, but they're both kind of a brownish red. I don't know if you'd call it a burgundy. It's not really a maroon, but I just thought this matched so well, and so I decided to make a ruffle on the opposite page to tie in the color with that. I also made this, which I think I showed this yesterday, but it looked really awful. Hang on, I gotta take my sweater off. It's actually 56 today in Maine, so now I'm hot. I'm overheating. We're not used to the warmth. And I'm going to still continue working on this. I had to have my mother help me with it because she did this on some library cards library pockets that she made for me, and mine was looking pretty horrible. So, I don't know. I was overthinking it, but I think that this is going to look really nice on a page. I will probably have it sticking out a little bit, and I will sew this on. So I made that today. Then I made two of these. These were super fun. I might do a tutorial on how I did these, but I showed the squares yesterday that I had cut out of a vintage tablecloth. And I ended up sewing them back together onto some material. Kind of a long process. I'll probably do a video because I use Fabri-Tac. Heat and bond. And then on this one, you can see I sewed around the edges and then I did a zigzag up the middle here and had this gauzy kind of material and this very, very vintage button. Again, I have thousands of vintage buttons in my collection. And here's another one that I hand stitched on with a piece of that cotton that I showed you the other day. And let me just, everything that I do, let me put there so you can see it. And then this one here, I did something similar, but this is a little cutout from, is that the right word, from Tim Holtz. And it's got some little safety pins on it, and then hand sewed another vintage button there. Not sure what I'm going to do with these yet. They could, here, let me just bring out a plain sheet. I could put it, look at the colors and look at how, just this color here is just doing something to me. It's just, everything is sort of revolving around this for some reason for me because it's, and everybody who's commented on the kit has said they love this shade in the journal. But anyway, it just looks gorgeous on there. So this might either be a flap if I decide to do something with the back of it, or I could put it on here and it could be a tuck spot. It could be a flip up. I do not know yet what I'm going to do with this, but I love the way it turned out and I think it looks gorgeous on here. Then I just took some fabric that I had. This is not vintage fabric, and I sewed it onto the back of, this is a scrap from the kit, and this is just a fumble fingers, and this is just a piece of Craftex, and made some fabric tags. This one's more soft and pliable, so a few more options with this one. This one I'll probably just stick in a pocket somewhere. So I made those. I took the vintage textile photograph that I showed you yesterday, backed it onto a scrap of the kit, a part of the digital kit, and just folded it in about 1.5 inches. And this is going to go in, you know, you would sew it in kind of like that. So you've got a flap on one page, and then you've got your digital image on the other. It can also go like this. This is probably how I'm going to put it in, actually, because when you open up the book, I'd like this to be seen first. I don't want that hidden. So I made that. And just took this digital image that I got off the internet and just backed it to a piece of scrapbook paper. So, because as I had told you yesterday, I make all these things first and then I put them in. So this is what I've been working on. Then my mother came over with a little gift, and let me see if I can find it. It is a roll of brown paper that's kind of like, one side's a little glossy, the other side isn't, but it's kind of like meat cutters brown paper. And she said she saw something similar on Nick the Booksmith, who bought hers at a paint shop, I guess. I don't know. And this is what it is. She got it at Walmart. And this whole roll, she said, was only like $3. General purpose masking paper. And so I decided to try cutting this up and printing on it, and it turns out beautiful. Thanks, Mom. I know she watches all my videos. Thank you. And this is how it turned out. And I love it. So I took those images that I had found off the internet of these vintage French ladies and printed it on the paper. I had to do some adjustments because the background was pink, and I don't want any pink in the book. It doesn't really match. But this will go in. And printed another one. I wanted these images to be on the inside because so much of this book, I notice when I'm doing journals, I don't know if you guys do this, you'll have to tell me, comment below, but when I make journals, I tend to put a lot of things on the right side and I forget the left side. So I don't know why I do that. So I'm trying to focus more on the left side of my journal. And so that's why I folded it this way instead of this way, because you see this is now going to go on the right. And this will go on the left, so when you open it. But look how beautiful that looks on this paper. And I'm probably going to make some little bags out of this and play more with this paper. It's really a lot of fun. So, did I do anything else? You mean that took me all day? This took me all day because I was just really taking my time and enjoying myself. This stuff I've already shown you. That's it. Well, I did a lot more other things, but it just, time has flown today because I've been having so much fun. So just a few more ideas for those of you who bought the kit. And know that that this page is now in there for you too. If you didn't get it, please convo me through Etsy or Facebook, the Scrapologist on Facebook, and I'll make sure I get it to you. I think I got it to everybody who purchased the kit. And continue to have lots of fun with this. And thanks for watching. I love your questions and comments. Keep them coming. If you are making something out of this kit, please, please go over to the Scrapologist or the Paper Craft Fan Club and post your project too. I love to see what you do with these rare books. Have a wonderful day. Bye.